Enemy bomb planted at B.
There's a rat trap there.
Oh, there's a rat
Start
trap.
licking your wounds. It's not over
I
yet.
didn't see it.
Search and destroy. Take out the objective. Take your time and remember to think.
Shut up, be back. I'm busy.
The bomb is ours.
I mean, that sounded like he had a home phone for a second. I'm like, what the fuck?
Setting the bomb. The bomb is armed.
Some bomb.
You good
Fuck
work.
you.
Don't get comfy. There's more to do.
What?
I know he was on bomb.
Search and destroy.
I was hiding in the crate, so once I heard the defuse happen, like, which
Crush
I did,
the
I was going to fucking
objective.
finish him.
This is your time to shine.
Well, sucks to be you.
Well,
We
doesn't
have
it?
the
I know,
bomb.
you can't be trusted.
Enemy
I
recon.
can't be
Spy in the
fuck you,
skies.
kid.
You dropped the bomb. Pick it up.
Alright, let's just start lagging when getting shot and can't move. Yeah, finally you got
The bomb
fucking
is
timed out,
ours.
cunt.
Arming the bomb. The bomb is in place.
What the fuck was that? Oh, middle. Middle doorway.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, that lag is bullshit.
Our bomb's been
Hellboy.
taken out by the enemy.
Yeah, boy.
Fall
When
back.
I'm
Seek
trying
the
to fucking
wounded.
sound hall, don't fucking start playing videos, right?
Just kidding, there's some cocksuckers fucking top of the garage. Just
Yep.
Oh,
Nah, don't give it a... Vote for me to Venice. Don't give...
I don't know what they're screaming. They should get rid of the fucking thing.
Oh, really? You sure?
Joined.
Let's see if he'll join.
He's already here, can't start the game.
I invited Winchy.
Oh, Winchy, yeah, no, he probably won't join him.
What makes you say that?
We partied up with fucking...
Will play right into the Chiefs' hands tonight because they want to make this as messy and as big a scrap as possible and then still use their skills and losing Whitelock in the line-out. Plus, he's not going to affect
all
the
you got was
leadership. Will be huge.
Yep, massive out Sam Whitelock. Let's take you to
'cause I
Christchurch
didn't
now.
know who
Sky New Zealand's Joe Wheeler
parties
and
up
Jeff
with.
Wilson. Jeff, the Crusaders, they are the favourites. Where can the Chiefs find some inroads tonight against the champions?
That is a great question, Nick, because I tell you what it is, Joey, it is June in Christchurch, and we know what that means.
Beautiful.
All of a sudden,
It's beautiful down there.
it's a little bit chilly.
Yeah,
so
I love
if you're
how
the
I was searching
Chiefs,
from
you know
17
what to expect
millisecond
because
game,
when it's
getting in a game, and all of a sudden we all have basically 200 ping.
playoff rugby and the Crusaders get down to the bottom line, it comes down to the tight five, right?
It does, mate. Yeah, and I think that's where the Chiefs might have a slight
Fucking hate
advantage. You look at Brodie Retallick in that second row. The Crusaders have lost the experience of Sam Whitelock, which is a massive loss. When it comes to finals footy, you can't replace, what is it, probably 1,000 caps for the Crusaders and so many finals that he's led this team. And I think that front row of the Chiefs has been really, really impressive this year.
I can't believe you've said that. This is a tight five from the Crusaders when they go to the work. When it turns
You don't
into
question,
experience.
you don't question the Crusaders tight five often, but I think the way that pack of the Chiefs played last week against the Tars, they bullied them into submission. And if they can do that here, that could be the catalyst for success. For me though, Goldie, what about the midfield? How do you see that going and the outside backs?
Well, it's an opportunity for the likes of Quintupai to make a statement
So
when it
your
comes to
team's
playing
gonna
against
lose,
David
what you're
Harvey.
saying.
When you talk about matchups in this contest, that's where they think they can get some inroads as well. They can get some momentum in the middle of the park, the loose forward trio. But there are so many
it's my
matchups
team. I
across
know
this
they're
game.
going to lose,
Are we
but
going to see
I'm
Will
still
Jordan
going to
cut loose? Can they break it out with Sevu Reece once again? I think we'll still see an open game. There's no rain to speak of at the moment. So bottom line, both of these teams have the talent across the board to be
I've been
dangerous.
I
following
think the
my
Chiefs have
team
just got to be really, really accurate. You talk about the Crusaders
20 years,
back three
man.
and how threatening they are. Three guys that are powerful, elusive, speed. They've got it all. So the Chiefs are going to have to be really,
Search and
really
destroy.
accurate.
Defend the
Crusaders
objective.
They've
will-
come close.
Hope you like a
to
little
getting
challenge.
this
It is
Enemy
a
moving with the
here
ball.
at Orange Series
Grand.
Stadium. Nick, this is
Quarters.
going to be a cracker.
Just
Johnny Goldie, thank you very much. Let's have a look at what
sealed
is
the
in
deal
store
just
this
yet.
weekend. It looked cold there in Christchurch, didn't it? A couple of ripping games. The Crusaders and the Chiefs, that could be
I'll start it
absolutely
and I'll end it.
anything. And then from 4:30 Eastern tomorrow, all the build-up to the Blues and the Brumbies. So we've got some Aussie flavour coming your way tomorrow on the Stan Sport. Now the Brumbies
Hey.
have become the first Australian Super Rugby team check to win a finals game in New Zealand. Have they got what it takes?
I was following him this entire time. He goes upstairs, goes through the door, but you don't hear him opening up the door. So I thought he was in the room before the door, so I threw a grenade, and turns out he wasn't there, and then he knew I went through the door because I ran through the door.
They've got a good kick and chase game and a good pressure game to get themselves into the position to score points.
It's massive in for the Brumbies. Again after that hamstring injury. And there's matchups. You know, we just talked about the matchups in Christchurch. There's huge matchups tomorrow evening as well. But the back row is going to be huge in this game.
Yeah, back row's going to be a
Just got rocket
crucial
intuition or
battleground,
something.
and this
Search and
guy
destroy.
would be fantastic for the Brumbies. You know, they've performed pretty well without him, to be honest. But
Dude,
Take
that's
the
the one
objective.
thing I fucking hate about
Plan
this
ahead,
week.
takes that
plan
Is
to
there
win.
isn't a
The enemy has
fucking
the
clue
ball.
counteracted.
who have been trying to pick up the slack for Rob Velattini.
Intuition.
in
You look
recent
like a
weeks and do the
24
carry.
carat
Which is
dickhead.
their
Act
go-to
like
guy.
fucking
And it
Highland
lines them up
and
straight against
fucking-
Kiro Ioane, who also we know what a wonderful carrier he is, both in the heavy traffic and also out wide with his speed, Tim.
And Merch, you've played a lot at Eden Park, and you know that the conditions tomorrow. It's going to be freezing cold. You get that dew on the field at Eden Park. So I think Nick White's going to be really important for the Brumbies. His kicking game, his box kicking game has been fairly good, but he's got to kick it so that the wingers can get the ball back. And you've got to get in behind that defensive line for the Blues. They're going to be a very hard team to beat. I think the Brumbies can do it, though.
We talked about it Steph, last week, didn't we, in Canberra? The
You really can't
ability
hear me spawn
of
still.
the Brumbies
Yes, you are.
to make it a grind, actually
Spawn room.
create that atmosphere within the game.
Yes, and that comes a lot from
You see him
watching
Australian?
Nick White bringing
Austrian,
forward into the
sorry.
game,
Austrian
punching
bull.
in short, shortening the line
right there,
and then
dude.
making backfield
Oh my
players
God.
come
Yeah,
into the
it
front
doesn't
field
work.
and then taking advantage of that being behind by going kicking behind and putting
Enemy
pressure
bomb
on,
planted,
leaving an
I mean.
isolated man. So they do have the strategy to do that
was
now. You've also
Oh,
got to
there he
handle the
was. I just
threats
saw
that
him.
are Bowden Barrett, Tuivasa-Sheck, etc., etc. But especially up front, Brumbies can take that as a real battleground to get themselves going forward into position.
And they've proven themselves to be a clever team, a
like a
horses for
little
courses
way
team.
out of this
The Brumbies this year, see what I did?
Yeah,
very nice.
very-
Didn't
very
mean to, but I'll take it. But in terms of actually fashioning a game plan that the opposition doesn't want.
Yeah, well, they're very, very smart with their research and with their applying, an appropriate game plan for the opposition.
I did
So,
so,
the Highlanders, there was a bit of a
Fucking
blowout
cut.
eventually.
I was
Part of that
just
was a
wondering
function of
where
the
he was.
fatigue for defending so long. Part of that was being down to 14 men for a while as well.
Yeah,
So, but the Highlanders
when I saw the
gave-
bomb
Such a
placement, I
destroy.
thought he was
the
out that
Brumbies would
way.
say we can frustrate the Blues as much as
Who
if not
plays
better
the
than
bomb?
the
And hold
Highlanders
the
did
objective.
with our organised
Time to get
defence.
lean
And when we
and
get the
mean.
ball,
If
with
they're not
Enemy's
down,
got the
it's
structured
bomb.
play and with our good coordination and good timing onto the ball, we can offer more of a threat as well. So they will really be putting the heat on. They will disregard that score last week, I'm sure.
All right, so that's the Brumbies and the Blues from 4:30 Eastern right here on Stan Sport tomorrow afternoon. The winner to play either the Chiefs or the Crusaders in next week's decider. The Chiefs, they know what this is all about. They've got some history in Super Rugby semi-finals against the Crusaders.
Other side's got a bomb on A now.
In this form still.
Up it goes to Messam. Liam Messam. Todd makes good ground. Here comes the...
Oh, and they're just fucking camping in the corners. Once you left there.
What a victory. What courage.
There's another one there, Hellboy, in the fucking...
again slings it off to Masanga. Lelia Masanga. Bursting. Masanga
Deactivating the bomb.
intercept. Aaron Cruden.
Bomb defused. This bails out. The war's still
A
raging.
good siding run here by Dag. Israel Dag on a try.
Absolute thriller of a game. The Chiefs, they hang on.
You feel like kissing the
They
wall.
have made it through to the final.
Search and destroy.
That was a box.
Yeah, that
cunt.
was a golden era for the Chiefs back in 2012,
Next, the
2013,
objective.
back-to-back champions.
Time
Richard
to get
Carhey
lean
was a
and
part
mean.
of that, and he joins us
We
on
have the
Stan
bomb.
Sport. Hey, Rich, great to see you. That was a long time ago, I know, but that blueprint to beat the Crusaders, does it still exist? Is it still the same?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It makes my heart pound.
Oh, like a 24 carat
I was
dickhead.
watching them 10 years ago as well. I was injured, but I think when you beat the Crusaders, you've got to do the little things well. You have to scrum, you have to line out well. And if you look at the Chiefs at the moment, like statistically, those two are so close when it comes to scrum and line out success. And I think the Chiefs' point of difference is their scrum attack. Obviously, I think it's scored 19 tries this year from scrums. That's over double the next best. So in terms of how they're going to beat the Crusaders, I think what they do up front, the loss of Sam Whitelock's going to be huge. So doing the little things well and then backing their set piece, and I think that'll take a bit of sting out of the Crusaders back line.
Hey, Rich, Tim here. You look back at 2012, 2013, the players that you had in that side...
The bomb is out.
Is there any
24 carat
parallels
dickhead.
between back then to now, how you actually can beat
Activating the
Crusaders
bomb.
with those type of players?
Yeah, I don't know, like when you look man for man,
This bails out. The war's
in
still
different
raging.
areas of the field and things like that. But when you play any team, and when you look at the Crusaders, who do not lose finals games at home, so there's a huge challenge to start.
Search and destroy.
What the Chiefs have to do, they have to start well. So what's it going to take them to start well? And it's
Destroy
like I
the
said before,
objective.
You've got to do the little things well. Your big
Another
players,
classic
need the bomb,
showdown.
guys.
I
the
can't
guys like
wait.
your Quincy
We have the
Pires,
bomb.
This is a big job interview for him if he wants that All Blacks number 12 jersey against David Harvilli. It's about guys just really fronting up, and it's going to take 85 minutes, 90 minutes
Now it's a
to-
party.
of really good top quality football and playing in the right area of the field.
Richard, looking from the outside, it seems like a huge
You
part of that
spin
Chiefs fabric is just the
me
complete disregard
round, baby,
the big
round,
names and big
round.
reputations that you come up against. And equally internally, just the roll your sleeves up sort of ending. Talk to us about a couple of the unsung heroes in this Chiefs team, Alex Nankerville and Brad Weber.
Yeah, they're two guys that I think are particularly important tonight. I think when you look at Webby, I think his performances have been sort of on the up. And the last week, I thought he had a real statement performance against the
One in by
Waratahs
B.
with 2 tries. But
Oh,
his
sorry,
work
by
around
A.
the
By
able
A.
to stop that ABC defender
Where?
By A.
from moving
In A.
sideways. Because we know the Crusaders really like to get up off the line. So his ability to sort of control the guys around the ruck, and the way he kicks the ball will be really important tonight. And then you look at someone like Alex Nankerville, who's probably doesn't have the big name of some of his opposites like David Harvilli and Jack Goodhue.
You've got a teammate
he's been massive this year for the Chiefs, and I think his role in the defensive setup for the Chiefs is going to be so important tonight. So I think if he's man of the match, Chiefs definitely win, because what he likes to do, he likes to come out of the line, put pressure on the ball carriers, and I think with the Crusaders, the way they like to spin the ball, if he can land man and ball behind the game line, the Chiefs are so good at the ball on the ground. He can create those opportunities, but then if he slips off one or two tackles, that could be the undoing of the Chiefs.
Setting the bomb.
Rich, we know you've had a couple of years at the Force, and congratulations on your career. Recently retired, and I know you'll be particularly interested in what happens tonight. Thanks for joining us on Stand Sport.
Bro, that looks cool as fuck.
To Richard Covey at half-time as well for some comments. But we are edging closer to a start in Christchurch. Let's get a word with the Chiefs coach, Clayton.
Wow, he's pushing through his spawn side.
Clayton, you come here, your away record's good.
You thought you just shouldn't have trophies just to be safe.
Yeah, no, we know that he can do it down here, but you've got to respect their record. It's pretty impressive, and especially in finals. So
Search and destroy.
Where do you have to really fire up tonight? Is it straight out of battle up front for you, or where else?
Time to get lean and mean.
It's not
we're moving with the bomb.
You can't compete against the Crusaders unless you're doing the business.
No, Washington. This is my house.
Ball into contact sort of stuff. So we need to sort of earn the right there before we give our backs a bit of an opportunity to showcase what they can do.
Gatlin's had a very good season for you. Tonight's a huge night for him. And the kicking strategies with the likes of Jordan, etc. That have to be very careful.
All at B.
Yep.
sorry,
electric and
all of
dangerous, back three, so can't be too loose.
Inside already, two on the outside.
But Bryn's, he's been pretty pinpoint with his kicking game. We've got Josh Ioane at the back, so hopefully that's a feather in our cap too, given the conditions are probably going to turn to custard pretty quick.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty rough out there. I hope you have a good night. Thank you.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
And there it is, and you heard Clayton McMillan say that it all starts up front, so let's have a look at what he has put together for this semi-final. Ross, Takiaho and Ta'abau in the front row, an all-black second row, Retallick and Bailey, Peter Gusau-Kula, a star this year in the back row. More on him shortly. Weber and Gatlin in the halves. Tupai and Nankerville down the centre, steady as she goes there. In fact, the only change to the starting side, Josh Ioane coming in at fullback.
Getting the corners a little bit harder.
No inclusion there is Sam Kane from a couple of weeks off with a knee injury. Mertzbryn Gatlin at 10. He's no rookie, but
such a destroy.
Shuts up then.
It's been great for Ben Gatlin to just get
dead because his fucking cape was proper
Time to get lean and mean. Enemy moving with the bomb.
2012 and 13.
Whoa.
Shows some similarities maybe with an Aaron Cruden, just wants to get out there and do his job well. He's got so much talent around him. That sometimes he can be overlooked.
I threw a fucking decoy down the stairs and he came
Recon plane cleared for mission.
And he knows how to bring all his other players into the game.
I think Mertz, for him to get front foot forwards, Greg Weber wants Peter Gusau-Kula. The way that he attacks the advantage on his post-contact measures this year has been superb. But he gets past the defence line, but also gets offloads away. So I think if the Chiefs are going to cause an upset up here tonight, it's nice. He'll be man of the match, and he'll get that front foot ball for guys like Brad Weber. And
I literally put on fucking dead.
He's been a standout. I'm just not
I
quite sure.
I couldn't even see any of it.
Try and play for New Zealand or
I just saw bullets coming from that direction. I couldn't see him.
He is a standout player.
So tackle
stats,
that's amazing. I think you might have seen it there. Most tackles for the Chiefs, 115.
Yeah, getting shat on.
And the Crusaders, well, a milestone for their coaching.
Fuck it, one tackle I would have died.
100th game as
I think Scott McTurner would have died.
Forwards coach. Also, his 100th game, shooting to win number 86. It's ridiculous.
The Villa in the gimp suit fucking stomping on people.
6 years in, 100 games. It's pretty special.
Easy dubs. Easy dubs. Imagine being faggots having the same name.
A sellout crowd for the Super Rugby final of 2017.
It was my first visit to Ellis Park and I was like, wow. And I remember walking out the tunnel before the game, actually, Ray, I don't know if you remember this, and you said to me, mate, no matter what happens today, thanks very much for all the work you've done. And I was walking to the warm-up with like tears in my eyes going, what's going on here?
Pretty special moment. No team had ever crossed the Indian Ocean and won.
Hey, look, doesn't mean you can actually back out.
Remember at half time, I didn't think we'd have the energy to get through it. The boys were that cocked.
Just the elation. There was a lot of relief too, wasn't there? Hadn't won a super title for 8 years. It was the start of an incredible era.
Super Rugby champions.
Not a bad night either.
Level 90 on the BP.
Look at this. Scott Robertson.
Now I'm searching for 16 millisecond kill.
I sort of get a bit of a guide off the boss, Jane, my wife, and I said to her one day, you know, what's going on? She goes, man, the crowd love it. Just roll. Just keep doing it.
The fuck are you talking about, cunt?
Calm down, Ray.
You'll beneath me, that's what I'm talking
Boys
about.
actually love them coming along, the energy that they bring.
Yeah, you're beneath me, cunt.
Appreciation, thanks for coming along.
We would have won without you anyways, mate.
80 years old and you've got newborn that love it just as much as we do.
Yeah, and I had 2 plants.
The plans weren't necessary. We would have won without getting
them. Probably the consistency of the group to do it week
and one to lose. And one to lose. So
yeah, but I still beat you. I still beat you. And you had 2 plans and a defuse.
Come in as young rookies.
You shut up.
First cap as a Crusaders. Something always just love.
No spy noodles. That wasn't good enough.
Oh, it's fucking storming.
Oh, fuck you, Dizzy.
21st, then you might get an invite to a wedding and then you see them become fathers.
Oh my god, how many fucking PlayStation cunts?
No, they're all.
Seeing those guys become great men is pretty cool.
They're in a big party.
Man love there, but just how
they're mates with my mates.
They're just as
they're all
important
boys.
championships.
Definitely had strong support from both our families.
Consider you'll suck your dick for a biscuit.
Oh, okay, I already got 2 minutes waiting for you, mate.
Defend the objective. Take your time and remember to think.
Oh, it's going to be a Scotch finger.
Kingston, Monte Carlo. No, Kingston, Monte Carlos.
Trophies are nice.
Oh, Kingston's. Oh, now you're talking my language.
I wouldn't want to do anything else. Ray, you got a great saying. How good's footy? Mate, how good's footy? How good is footy?
Yeah, can't complain, man.
How good have those 2 been for the Crusaders? When they took over, you're thinking, how do you make that team better? And they've done exactly that.
Yeah,
86 victories in those 100 games. And
his name's Storm.
Look at this, the culture that they've created, the breakdancing after the finals. He's become renowned for that, Scott Robertson. It's an incredible
fucking Bruce Lee, you can't watch it. Most deadly couple for
the pair of them, but what a record this team has in Christchurch, as we mentioned off the top of the show. 26 finals.
Yeah, in front of fucking Spawn gun.
Oh, he only just hit you with the nunchucks, guys. He's deadly, Raz.
Incredible merch you were a part of.
A very small part of that, I think, early on. But
Get out of here.
it's come together. It's not through
Fuck you,
Search and destroy.
It helps.
Dude, where the fuck did that come from?
It's all down to the hard
Protect
work.
the
It's all
objective.
down to the detail.
I told you about
Lean
Bruce
and
Lee.
mean.
He comes out of nowhere, guys.
Enemy's got the bomb.
Obviously, the support staff and a very, very passionate home support base, which is.
Right, what? One's a video.
Right, let's have a look at the Crusaders lineup tonight.
You look like a 24 carat
very
dickhead.
settled as well. Cody Taylor back in, second game back in after his injury. He's captain. Scott Barrett is the captain, alongside Zach Gallagher in the second row now, with Sam Whitelock out with that thumb injury. Tom Christie replacing Ethan Blackadder out with that long-term shoulder injury. This back line.
Two B.
Done a bit of ways that it's going to hurt you. Hall and Moanga and Havili and Jack Goodhue, and the back three with Will Jordan at fullback, certainly the best in the game. And on the bench, Corey Kello comes onto the bench, getting his his chance rather, and Drummond, Enor, Bridge to finish. Will Jordan, I mean, it really is scary, isn't it? The capacity of this backline to score tries.
Yeah, some man, I tell you.
Good work.
How'd he die?
He's everywhere, and that is the sign of a good footballer, because he's always anticipating what's going to happen next. You won't see it on these clips. He's
Get out of the corner,
the inside
Pitbull.
chip kick, you know.
Search and destroy.
Ken sees that he runs the inside line, and he's always scoring tries.
Dig in and hold the
Consistent
objective.
as well.
Time to get
What about
lean
Lester
and mean.
Fainga'anuku? 10
The enemy has
tries
the bomb.
for the season, equal best for the Crusaders. Equal best in the competition.
Well, he's been phenomenal, and he can do everything, this guy. And in a backline full of All Black stars, he's really been a standout in terms of being multi-talented. You know, he trucks the ball to the line, he gets in and he'll pick and go. Both wingers, Reece and Fainga'anuku, come off their wing and they look to lurk around the halfbacks, Hall and Drummond help there. They can pick and go from that position.
Fuck, I've been talking, my headset fucking muted. It was above you, Dizzy.
Particularly Lester Fainga-Anuku, just to get the ball going forward, get the team in behind, and he takes 2 or 3 defenders every time. He's got a great offload as well. So he's just, so many threats.
What about Richie?
Yeah, you just saw him.
When you talk about tries, he scored his first try of the season.
He just shot you
last week, but he has been the architect of plenty more.
He's been in great form, hasn't he, this year, as he has been the last couple of years. Imagine being a coach like Scott Robinson and having a guy like Richie Mo'unga in your team. The way that he can counter-attack, the way that he can offload as well. He very rarely dies with the ball.
Yep, he was back right.
The way that he can also set up Sevu Reece, Will Jordan, he knows he's got the good stuff. This was his try last week against the Queensland. But you look at how he's played this year, and you look at
how many times
he's got to be in the top 5 rugby players in the world. Probably so is Will Jordan, and then also Bowden Barrett. But the way that he plays, the hard thing is for Ian Foster as an all-black coach.
Search and destroy.
You've got to fit Bowden Barrett and you've got to fit Richie Mo'unga.
I reckon Lam will try and do the same thing as me. I'm going to counter-attack what it is.
Talking about the Crusaders' shape. Now, here's we have to talk about shape.
Nah, he fucked me.
Teams play different types of shapes. They talk about 3-2-2 and 3. Basically, how the forwards split themselves across the field. What I'm going to show you here is more philosophy, I think, I could see with the Crusaders around filling the field in both attack and defence. And that's extremely important. It shows the trust they have in each other. You see here, this is a defensive set. And I just want you to watch the spacings that are coming. Now, they get an advantage against them early. I just want you to see where this started. If you have a look here, that's the 10-metre line in the Crusaders' territory. Right? And if we just watch the phases go, look at the bouncing out and the spacing that they fill. So the field is completely occupied, and it shows no crabbing. And I think you've heard Morgan Tuanui talk about it before, where players will honeypot around this section. They'll come in here, they're worried about the ball, little lack of trust around what's happening. But here with the Crusaders, it does not happen. They just hold their zones, players fill in the middle, comfortable to keep the line together. And if we see the line open up, look at that, right? This guy can get up high line because he's got that support on the inside. And I think it led to only the Reds getting in one time into their one entry into the 22 of the Crusaders. And it's a continual trust system that they've got in the spacing that they use. Watch the spacing on the inside here. If we just take a quick look around here as this one comes on, Matera bounces around, doesn't even look in here. Right? Doesn't even look in here. He knows there's guys coming, and that's how they fill the space really well. In front of you. If I go, and it ends up finishing up here on this play right here, and what's the next play? And they've got no territory whatsoever.
Literally right in front of you.
Same in attack. Look at this. They get this ball out of sync, so they don't actually know that they're going to get the ball. And once it comes in, Cody Taylor's away. But what you want to see is all the players around. There's a tendency right here in rugby.
Thank you, whoever was that. Thanks for your
everyone, you would have done it when you were kids, will head into this zone here and start to pack it up because they want to be near the ball, but not the Crusaders. Full width out here, still numbers to burn, sees the player in behind, and now watch the width here. I'm just going to take it back a second. Look at this here. Well, I'm going to let it go a little bit further ahead, sorry. Look at this line here, all the way across, right? Players everywhere. And what happens is, when they do get the ball back with a bit of chance, they are set to go. And with that little ball out the back, Taylor knows there's a guy out there. He doesn't even have to worry. Throws the ball.
Understanding the system, are they the keys to that?
Yeah, and also one of the things I think the Crusaders have been very strong teams over the years is the communication. And you don't get that spreading out and taking up all the space without good communication, without knowing where your teammates are. So yes, when you focus like Chip says, it becomes on the ball and there's a break or whatever,
the bomb is out.
Being part of a system, it's stretching the opposition defence out as well, and it's working hard.
Hostile recon spotted.
Always thinking about the next thing to get yourself in position. Then you take a breather when you have stretched across the width of the field.
All right, Timmy, let's have a look at some head-to-heads. We're going to head into the midfield. A couple of the best in the competition, potentially the best players in the world.
Yeah, Quinn Tabaya, the way that he's played this season's been sensational for the Chiefs. And be a big challenge for him tonight too, because Richie Mo'unga is going to be running towards him to try and getting back on his heels defensively. So he's been one of the best players. Post-contact meters as well, outstanding from him. So opportunity for him and Alex Nankerville in that centre pairing to try and shut down Jack Goodhill and David Harvey for the Crusaders. So really looking forward to watching play. I think he's the front runner at the moment for the All Black number 12 jersey, if you're brave, if Ian Foster's brave, because if you play against Irons, you want someone like him to play and actually break that defensive line. But David Harvey, the way he's played this year, and he's that rock of that backline mercy of the Crusaders, in the way that he allows Richie Mwanga to move and flow a bit longer, and you've got someone like David Harville just
We're about good to go in just a few minutes in Christchurch. Check the opening salvos in this game. When you look at maybe the two forward packs, can you get a sense early in games like this, big moments, who's now?
1 second. Coach McMillan started talking. Like you can really tell what the Chiefs are about and what they'll bring to this game. They know they need to bring that. They've got one way of cracking this game open, and they've got to go and dominate that zone.
Search and destroy.
As matchups are concerned, I think the real interesting one, which is totally a bit weird,
Take
to be
the
honest,
objective.
is Richie Mwanga.
This is your time to shine.
Versus Brody Retallick. Brody Retallick
You look like
is
a
the dominator.
24-carat
He
dickhead.
plays well, the alpha male in the pack. Then he can get Gatlin on the front foot. If the Crusaders don't necessarily get front foot ball, Mwanga can still get them into a position where they can win the game on his own.
Who's going to win at Merton? Why?
Oh, I don't know.
They got me
what my
pinned.
heart's saying, and
Well, pushing up the buckle ladder.
Again, I don't want to jinx that record. I just think it's so much, such a game that's in the balance tonight. I think if the Crusaders are able to control their possession, they'll get enough of it to win the game. If they can control it, if they can deny the Chiefs the turnovers, if they can manage it, they should win. But it really just is up in the air.
All right, don't forget this time tomorrow it will be the Blues and the Brumbies in Auckland. But right now, the most successful side in Super Rugby history, the Crusaders, they are back where they are so used to being, playing finals football at home. This time against the Chiefs, who have beat the Crusaders in Christchurch already this year. Super Rugby Pacific semi-finals. Australia's home of rugby stands for.
A champion is defined by the weight of their wins, while a legacy is defined by the weight of their championships. Tonight, finals footy returns to the Garden City. The return also renews a rivalry unmatched. When two teams have this kind of history, their best come down. The world fades into the background. Here come the chasers! What a try that is! Australia's most decorated super team, second in all-time wins, second equal in total.
I love me quiet as hell, straight away.
26 years
Oh shit, I had to do it right at the end too. I had to hit him with that.
Us three were right down the bottom. Like, they were getting owned by their own teammates.
Dude, I ran through mid and fucking Snap ran towards mid and he doubled back and I just RPG'd him point blank range. He was not happy. He was like, fuck cut. He got the kill because he fucking got a bullet onto me, but I also got the kill.
Did you? Do you feel proud?
I did, because that's how you stop the rush. You fucking bust out those doors and shoot an RPG at that fucking fence. You're guaranteed to get at least one kill.
In Super Rugby Pacific.
Yeah, I'll make that with the sticky bombs and blow them up.
Yeah, I got an assist with one of them.
BBK on top, that's how we do it.
Mute the cat, fuck.
Ngā mau ngā whakahi, ngā wai whakaiko tēnei rohe, waitaha, ngaitahu, kātia mamoi, mihi mai ra, mihi mai kia mātou tangihi o tātou mate, haere, Hurirawa mai kia tātou, ti hei mauri ora.
Well, is it ABK all day?
Ta'aval in the first battle up front. Young
Never
All
lose
Black
a game,
Tamasoni
never lose a
Tokyo
round.
takes on the Mountain of Caps and Cody Taylor. Maybe they're close to an All Black jersey. Ollie
Search and destroy. Hold the objective.
Two Titans.
Take your time and remember to think. Enemy's got the bomb.
Sam
Oh,
Whitelock
I can
has
hear
been
now.
ruled out. Zach Gallagher
What the
and
heck?
Timber
Yeah.
Jersey
I couldn't
was
talk.
rounded
It was making me skip. Muted the whole other thing.
Now to bring a ferocious level of physicality to the
Bro, there was big issues right now. The other day, right, when Crook, he started talking and I made fun of him and she got mad as.
I was just like sounded like she would have said that, bro. She's like, don't fucking talk about my voice like that. I was like, shit, like, stop talking, bitch.
That one
using the
ball. Fuck yeah, now we know what to rip. What was the name of the ripper?
Holy fuck. Blooming shit.
Oh, down to
Cosmic Chaos. Cosmic Chaos.
Haha,
that's funny.
Come from back about spawn.
Two of the hottest steppers in the game. At the back,
Cosmic
the scorching
overweightness.
power of Will Jordan.
Disarming the bomb.
Of John Chiwani. Atmosphere building from sideline for subs and conditions. Ian Smith.
Kia ora, Tony, and to you too, Kane. What a luxury it is to have a player of George Bridges' quality on standby. A proven match winner to bring on in the last quarter. And what a great bonus too to bring it all back next time. Off the bench late in the game with his physicality, decision making.
That's the one,
You guys want the ABBK,
Guys?
guys?
Yes, George Bridge.
No, I'm so sick of the ABBK.
Such a destroy.
Now, these guys are walking out into an awful night here in Christchurch.
Take the objective. Another classic showdown.
For these
I
guys.
can't wait.
It is horrible. The
Enemy
rain is
moving
going
with the bomb.
sideways. Huge win from left to right, as you can see, and greasy underfoot. Tony, it's changed very quickly. It's not going to be easy.
Well, it's become their tradition. The Crusaders will enter the arena first. Stake the
Nitro.
claim on their turf. 27 years of Super Rugby.
got me
This is their 27th knockout game at home. And not once in the previous 26 have they lost on home soil. Added to their successes away from home, and it's an incredible record. And
Other
it's one
side's
they
got
will
a
not
bomb on A
relinquish
now.
Easily. They have dropped 2 at home this year, mine to the Blues, and in week 5 significantly to the Chiefs, sparking some talk that maybe they're not the dominant force of old. Well, the next 2 hours will go some way to answering that speculation.
He's messing up someone.
Scott
Yeah, and
Barrett
he fucking missed. He's gonna get
lost
smart from
his
there.
locking partner, the vastly experienced Sam Whitelock, injured his thumb in training during the week
It's
and
not
is
over
not
yet.
fit to play. It's a big loss.
Even in shit.
But they
Fuck
know
up,
how to
ABBK all
rise
day.
to the big
All day.
occasion better than any other team in the history of this great competition.
Hey, bro.
Such a
Look to get
destroy.
the upper hand at the coalface, and then they will look to their back three.
Dig in and
particular,
hold the
freakishly
objective. Time to
talented
get
Will
lean
Jordan
and
to
mean.
break the game
The
open.
enemy has the
He's
ball.
worth 100 metres ball in hand every time he plays. While he and Sevu Reece and Lester Flamer Onuku have combined for a phenomenal 29 tries. Well, the Chiefs came here a year ago. They lost the final of Super Rugby Aotearoa, but they also came here in March and they won. Speculation is they will try and unsettle the Crusaders, throw them off their game. It's worked for them in the past. They've twice beaten the Crusaders at semi-finals time. Just not here. Can they undo that piece of history?
They're just camping in that spawn building.
Wow.
So out come
Up to your
the
left,
Chiefs.
Let's go.
There's been some fractious matches between these two sides over the years. And they'll be well amped up for this.
Recon plane cleared for mission.
Key man for the Chiefs, Brodie Retallick.
Sniping on truck,
No
probably.
Sam
No,
Whitelock
no.
to deal with. But look out. Where he and Scott Barrett lock.
This battle's out.
The
The war
get under
still
the skin of his
rages.
opponents. He's
Hey,
at
bro,
the
it's
core
Hello
of a
Disney.
very
Do you not
efficient
remember me?
Chiefs Type 5.
It's me,
If they
brother.
can stand up to the Crusaders pack, anything could happen here tonight. Nick Berry is the referee,
Up to you,
Brendan
Kirk.
Pickerel
Oh,
and
I
Jordan
thought we were
Way are
friends.
the assistants, and Chris
Such
Hunt
a
is the
destroy.
TMO.
Thanks, mate. Who's he talking to?
Take out the objective.
One of the
Won
ABBK
the toss.
guys.
Hope those skills.
And they left it right
We have the
until
bomb.
10 minutes before kickoff. To make
The
it
enemy
look
running
24.
recon. Garrett, they got eyes in the sky.
They're going to
Mark a
play
pin.
into the wind in the first half.
Stun grenade.
They've been to the semi-finals before, but they've never won one away from home.
Their recon plane is down.
History between these teams. History on the line.
Ah.
As Richie Mo'unga with the wind in his back floats the kick down to the 22 to his opposite number, Bryn Gatlin. And Luke Jacobson is the man who sets it just out from the
He's
22.
back in his spawn. Watch out,
So they're going to
S1.
play, they're going to
Behind
build away
fucking spawn building.
into this very strong wind in the first half. Gatlin,
Throwing grenade.
not bad distance over halfway, but Jordan, and he lines up and he smashes his way through the first tackle. And the tackle he beat was Brodie Retallick.
The war's still raging.
Yeah, Gizza. I saw you crazy.
I'm gonna go have K, man. The old man's calling me. Kevin first, boys. Go on, K. You can give me.
He was beaten on the tackle.
Touch and destroy.
To the punch, and he's won a turnover. Ball left behind.
Eliminate the objective. Another classic showdown. I can't wait.
I had... Dude, the only cut I didn't have to use was that fucking easy thing.
So they can't put it out on the full.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to.
That's because I had to come across it.
They got after it. It's loose and it's been picked up for Italic again. Flung wide by Gatlin. Awkward ball at the back.
Oh, I was wanting a fucking spawn already, cunt.
Has a little lock. And the referee thinks nothing on, and so they will go back for the first scrum of the game.
Wanting our spawn building?
Well, you can see a lot of nerves as well. Clayton McMillan right to the screen. I saw him talking between that. That doesn't happen often. Normally the coach just hands it over to the player. You can see a little bit of nerves. When's the last time you see Brody Retallick miss a tackle straight off the bat? On the other side, many things have been said about the 100 test matches of those two on the 100 matches, sorry, Super Rugby, of those two on the right. But a nervy start from the Chiefs. It's going to be interesting to see how they navigate the first couple of minutes.
And good job, Hardscaping back his also, bitch.
That was their option. A wayward kick from Gatlin straight down the throat of Jordan. That's treacherous. And then a wayward pass as well. So they've got to be careful in that department.
I didn't know.
Just light drizzle
Elbow got
falling.
killed the next one.
Conditions are going to be
I've had 3 kills since last round.
Absolutely fantastic.
You just got one then.
Close to 15,000.
Well, I'm sitting up 3 kills.
The vast majority expecting a win tonight. Will the Chiefs have other ideas?
Activating the bomb.
Scrum is solid. Quintu Paya.
The bomb is in place.
Penetrating runs
this is
have been
AFK
a
guy.
feature of their late season run.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Benny Finau brings
Now
some
the
real
guy that
muscle
said
to
he's
their
gonna
number
talk
6
from the
jersey. Talkiaho, ball in
He's going to push, and the old mate's going to be fucking defusing bomb.
Oh, but then you got to hang on to it.
No.
This bails out, but the war still rages.
And now the Crusaders get a scrum feed. Prime attacking position for them.
2 mistakes from a couple of front rowers.
Touch and destroy.
Exact same setups on my fucking Willie, and it's
Whitley.
still fucking...
Demolish the
Yeah,
objective.
it's still fucking bouncing.
Use all your senses. Sight, sound, touch,
I use a
smell,
slate reflector and it does fucking
the bomb is ours.
not slate reflector, the fucking 2.5 inch ping.
Well, it's a very handy scrum, and it usually gives them a good basis, Kane, to go either
He
side.
shoots me, but not the cunt that's fucking running at him with a fucking
20
knife.
metres infield, so there is a blind situation for
I
them,
know.
which will attract some Chiefs defence.
Well, they've got a lot of strike moves from the scrum. Chiefs like to build phases. Crusaders like to strike quickly. Grace is going to take it off the back. Takes it to the short side, and Jordan steps through the tackle of Weber. Nailed by the cover though. That was Finau. He'll leave a few breezes on defence as well, Finau. Now Hall, Moonga, Ollie Jaeger. Chiefs getting over the ball. That's some great work as Jacobson, and oh no, the referee says no. It looked like he had it. Well, Nick Berry thought otherwise, and here's a great chance for early points for Richie Moonga.
Well, Brody Retallick did earn a turnover a little bit earlier too. I could almost swear Luke
There's
Jacobson
more to do.
had earned another turnover. I went up. It looks like Nick Berry is saying that he didn't support his body weight. He possibly was in the wrong place to see.
Touch and destroy.
I wanted that kill more than that guy wanted that kill.
Defend the objective. Time to get lean and
the
mean.
smile belies his true feelings, but what it
Enemy
means is
moving
that
with the
Richie
bomb.
Moonga kicking around 79% and closing in on Sterling Mortlock. Sixth highest in Super Rugby, Mortlock. And Morgan now. Chance to put first points on the board in the semi-final.
Right to finish.
Teach you a lesson.
Squirming so much. Trying to rush through.
Trouble with close range. And that'll be the key in the first half for the Crusaders. They will want to grab every point on offer as they play with the wind behind them. They've made the right sort of start.
I don't mind a couple of them camping. Just camping in general, but
Gatlin
over half the team
hanging and falling well short of the 22. Driven back in the tackle, and it was Jacobson. It was just a little angry. Cullen Grayson.
Good work. Come on, there's more to do.
It back was Gatlin,
Easy dubs.
and he says to Nanai Saturu, get it down there. Read beautifully, fantastic timing onto the ball by Moonga. Racing across field though, and he's cut down by
destroy.
I get through to this.
Well, we're going to see a lot of this kicking.
Protect the objective.
Distance.
This is your time to shine.
Yeah, trophy.
Enemy moving with the bomb.
Traded. Oh, fuck up, can't. Dude, just don't fucking...
Back with him.
I don't know.
And he'll send it away on a touch, just hooking the ball out.
I'll start it and I'll end it.
And it'll be a throw about 30 metres from the line.
And not a bad read from Mitchie Moyinga, especially to get it to midfield and get it through lateral. Sets up the kick, not a bad kick. The Chiefs are really struggling with the conditions, and the hands is something they're going to need to sort out, and sort out very quick.
So Zach Gallagher coming into the pack. The young lock. Throw it over the top. Pablo Matuna.
Good job,
Can't
all.
reel it in though. Line out throws. Going to have to be on the money tonight, but this doesn't look too good here, Smithy, for Pablo Matera. He's gone down in a heap.
Well, he took his eye off the ball briefly because he knew that the Chiefs...
Every fucking shot was shot was on the right shield.
And that's exactly what happened. Just had a little look at those guys attracting some attention, and then he caught the hats on the cheek. Now, I'm not sure about this. How careless is it? It's Quinta Paya, shoulder. I mean, the mitigating factor is he was slipping, he was going down, Matera for me, but they'll have a look at it, Tony.
Well, there's definitely some head contact. It's how much mind they pay to some quite obvious mitigating circumstances here.
Oh my god, those guys are so fucking annoying.
Well, look at his right knee. It's almost off the ground. You can just see the rapid drop
So I'm looking at the actions of the defender here to make sure
that has taken place. Nick Berry just said he's looking at Quintu Paya to see how much.
I understand that he's dropped the ball.
He's
but I'm looking to see if there's enough of a bend at the hip from 12. Yeah.
He was just starting to present the arm as he made contact, wasn't he? It's a tricky one. There's the arm going out now.
He's asking about the bend of the hips because he wants to see was Quintu Paya going to tackle at a safe height. But look where Pablo Matera's right knee is. It's almost off the ground.
I've got that, so I've got direct to the head, but the play is falling. I don't reckon. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Hardy. I'll tell you what I'm seeing, mate. Come back to me, Kelly.
Yeah, go ahead, Biss.
Yeah, understand that the ball carrier has dropped to ground, okay, but I'm looking at the actions of 12 White. Okay, he's not bent at the hips. The mitigation for me there is that the ball carrier has come down, okay, so I'm going to mitigate that.
Wait, Storm?
Because it's direct contact.
I've still got
head.
the biscuits.
Have you got any facts to add?
Only have you considered that Red is falling into the tackle as well?
Yeah, I have. I've considered that. But looking at the actions of 12 White, he's not bent at the hips, but because he's slipped, that's why I've mitigated down to yellow, because it's direct contact to the head.
Those are the facts then, mate.
Okay. Yeah, I need 12 White.
Well,
understand the play is falling. Yeah, but it's hitting. I just
Touch and destroy. Defend the objective.
He's not bent at the hip.
Plan ahead. Plan to win. Enemy's got the bomb.
Well, he's going to the bin for 10. He's mitigated down to yellow. Some would have thought mitigated yellow down to a penalty.
Wow.
24 carat dickhead.
And despite the efforts of Chris Hart, I think, to influence his decision, he's adamant it's a yellow card, and they're going for the goalposts.
Well, okay. It may not have been knees. You heard TMO Chris Hart asked had he considered the rapid drop of Pablo Matera
These blokes are swearing.
to the ground. On top
licking
of
your
that,
wounds. It's
Pablo
not over
Matera
yet.
stayed down for a minute, and he just admitted he had dangerous contact to the head. Why is he still on the field?
Yes. Touch and destroy.
Indication.
I know why it's always the shit cunt that talks.
Dig in
And when
and
she
hold
talked
your
them,
position.
and then
Plan
it ends
ahead,
up fucking
plan
until
to
shit
win.
popped
The
up.
enemy has the bomb.
The other thing is now.
Just like, shut your mouth, man. Oh, God, you're fucking terrible.
To play into it.
Richie Moonga.
One spot in the
Even with the ball in your back. You've got to be careful with those goal kicks. And there he is, goes past the great Sterling Mortlock into sixth place on the all-time point scorers of Super Rugby chart. Pablo Matera. He went down, stayed down, but didn't go off. As Carl pointed out.
Oh, get him, Hellboy.
But the Chiefs will have to play without
still.
Quinton
Fucking
Tupou
bitch.
for the next 8.5. Cullen Grace. Solid tackle made by Brody Retallick.
Pushing A side.
And Horner again getting prodigious
Nice shot, mate.
length.
Nice shot.
And they're having trouble at the back, the Chiefs. Dropped it behind him. Here's Finau accelerating as he goes into contact.
You shoot that butterfly.
We'll get him next time.
Shut up, stick it on, slit your fucking mum's wrist, make it do push-ups, cunt.
Touch and destroy.
What? No, boys. That was a fucking... That was
Defend the
gross.
objective.
I don't know what I was
Plan
doing.
ahead, plan to win. Enemy's got the bomb.
And they'll take the penalty. This is Matera.
One shot.
As an important part for the Chiefs, we've seen it. Angus Ta'abau, Samasoni Tokiaho. Now, Brad Weber has just asked Nick Berry
How many?
Pablo Matera to be checked, and he's exactly right. You care about player safety, and he stayed down for half an hour after heavy, dangerous contact
Oh,
to the
get
head
fucked,
enough to
cunt.
warrant a yellow
You're a
card.
fucking dirty
Maybe
Sanchez.
should be checked. But
Cowboy.
this is important for the Chiefs.
No,
They've
yeah.
dropped the ball all over the field.
Don't,
Enemy
don't.
now announced they're doing it in the strike.
Oh.
Get him next time.
Well, they've got to be smart with the ball here. They've got to burn up this 7 minutes.
Touch and destroy.
In their efforts to get
Fuck,
control of the
Storm,
ball.
cunt.
Take out the
No,
objective.
Storm's been a storm and dog.
Use all your senses.
fucking-
Sight,
slit my
sound,
wrist.
touch, and smell.
I bet you have to, cunt. Can I smell
We're
him?
moving with the bomb.
You what?
Search for points. Talkiaho.
He split his wrist.
And I'll end it.
Driving into the
What, is he actually suicidal? Oh, because if he is, I'm about to start laughing.
They got me, kid.
Oh, you're so fat.
People, fuck behind you! He's up on the wall!
He's playing advantage straight away.
You're on the bomb, back to back to each other at a second, and I push through and shoots me and runs up the wall.
The war still rages.
You suck so bad, though.
And your mom sucks dick for a biscuit. Yeah, she sucks.
Can't you still in the first line? Shut the fuck up.
They're going to have to go upstairs.
Take the objective off the map.
You found your mum laying in the
like a
bathtub
little
with a
chap.
fucking syringe in her arm, cunt. Stop
We have the
talking.
bomb.
Coming up to you to check that grounding, mate. On-field decisions try.
But the finish.
Just want to make sure he hasn't knocked that on.
On-field decision.
Just slightly untidy from Peter Gasawakula.
But he just seemed to take a bit of time to get it down. Did he in the end get it down? Or has Sevu Reese just
Activating the bomb.
He's bottom fucking spawn building.
Stop blowing
Bomb
on
is
those
ready.
guys.
Yeah, yeah,
Hart will make a decision.
Yeah, watch.
Are you there?
Yep, I'm watching.
The player has clearly
Yep.
lost control of the ball.
Right there, to your right, left.
He's going back. No try. We're going back for the penalty.
I just wonder too why
Get him.
Peter Gasawakula hesitated
bomb.
with the ball in hand. It was almost as if he backed himself with his first touch.
Wait, no, let's go.
And then he did.
Wait, no, kill the last player,
Looking
get
for
it.
an inside pass, didn't?
There he is.
That way, Smithy. He was looking for something to pass to him. Suddenly,
That was a fucking gun.
I know.
In the first 11 minutes.
Did I even shoot? I don't know if I shot. Did I shoot?
Really saw the Chiefs in terms of two players that are looking very short. Alex
Shut up,
Nankivell, very
dickhead,
good.
that's it.
First touch, semi-final.
Inject liquid salt into your mum's veins, cat.
Now this was up the back.
Liquid salt.
Surround the objective and destroy it. Let's hope those skills.
Sounds yummy.
The bomb is out.
Try, look at this guy.
Recon plate scanning the area.
Not a
Hostile recon
mate.
They take it down at the front. They work a field. Tolkien horn.
Tossing stun grenade.
Jacobson. They'll try and drive him over.
Alright.
But good defence.
Oh,
I'm in the bomb.
Give it a 4. No! Oh my god, I was just sucking my dick then, cunt.
This bomb's out. The war still rages.
You're so trash. You're such a good one, does you fuckwit?
I know, Scope Chat, and I hate to fucking nearly a quad on your team, cunt. So eat a dick, you moron.
We're still there. Search and destroy.
Knock on there.
Hold the objective.
Now,
Hope you like a little
starts to come
challenge.
back
The enemy has the bomb.
There's two now offside. Haven't talked to
One
him.
yellow card, obviously,
Another one down here. Okay.
to the Chiefs, to the Kuntu player. But referees have zero tolerance down here.
I'm on the mark here, guys.
Crusaders start to concede penalties, especially in this attacking zone. One of them will be walking.
One back bomb.
Hey, right, I understand.
Let's go.
Scrum option, guys.
What a bonus it would be for the Chiefs if they could come away with some
One's on A.
all this time there, but they're burning the clock, which is great, because they're going to have Puntapai back in around 4 minutes' time, but if they could get some points and make some inroads, what a mental lift that would be for them in these
And there's
conditions
still one
playing
back
into
bomb
it.
with him as well.
Well, remember they're a back short. But I think the key man here might be Peter Gus Suakula if they can get a solid
Fucking
scrum.
burst! I thought I took up the first barrel.
I guess 8-9
Is he on you or what?
to the right, and they are the best, you're right. Scoring tries
Damn,
off the
mate,
scrum.
Crouch!
But I'm surprised they went this option,
Burn!
considering the Crusaders have been pushing them backwards so far this game.
Well, they've taken a gamble.
Playing advantage.
This bomb's out. The war still rages.
Shut up, dickhead.
You can't have focus on all your numbers.
I don't know if you realise, but no one's
Touch and
laughing at you, you're not
destroy.
funny, cunt.
Yeah, that's a prop collapsing. Okay, that's different.
Defend the objective.
That's different.
Hope you like a little challenge. Enemy's got the
Head
bomb.
collapsing.
Well, it wasn't against Bryn Hall. It was a scrum penalty.
Yeah, and that's what he's trying to explain. In terms of repeated infringements, to award a yellow card, normally they must be the same infringement.
Someone jump the other side, mate.
You saw that they've given away 4 penalties, 3 of those have been offside. This time it was a scrum collapse.
Peter Gasoakula is the threat, though. He is a real threat here. He's going to
Oh
attack
my god, the tomahawk hit the fucking wall instead of him. Oh my. Just want to suck his dick, cunt.
Both teams have
Back
been
in the back of the
spawn.
Actual back corner of spawn.
This bomb's out, but the war still rages.
You faggot,
Renowned
bro.
weapon for the Crusaders over the years.
Oh, you're negative, cunt. Shut up.
And set something up. Quick heel. Looking to end
Yeah,
it.
negative.
Go for a reset.
Touch and destroy.
So they keep this up, they'll have Kuntu players.
Crusaders is some up at sometimes,
Take the
eh?
objective.
Chief scrum came.
Hope you like a little challenge. Enemy moving with the bomb.
You look like a
24 carat dickhead.
A couple of times last week against the Reds, they almost hit and chase a little bit early. You're not really allowed to do that, but the Chiefs got that time.
That's the mark.
Got some good go forward, and then for some reason it gets pulled up and turned into a reset.
Chicken out.
See a big angle from Oli Yucca there.
Dead.
Penalty for
Barnyard.
reset, and you're right, Timothy. This benefits the Chiefs in terms of
Oh,
winding
and
down
top bar as well.
So they'll have another go.
What can
Let
he
him
do?
move out the side building. Yep.
Right, regroup. We'll get them next time.
Wait, Dizzy, you're going negative, man. What are you doing, man?
Start to edge forward. Peter Gus saw a corner off the back, but he's well
What
tackled.
are you doing? What are you doing?
Another penalty.
Touch and destroy.
Cunt's going neutral, not negative.
Maybe not.
Nix the objective.
You got penalty advantage.
This is your
Glad
time to
that I
shine.
don't fucking listen to that fucking
You're moving with the bomb.
shitty noise.
The fucking Muppet.
Little step through from
Fumbles the bomb.
Shut up, cowboy!
Have you had your level plus today?
Oh, he sounds. I hate when he puts the voice changer on.
Hostile counter recon plate spotted. We have to
Is it? Australia has a voice changer.
Okay. Next one's going to go. You can't have this one in your
So,
Oh, yeah, he's
what
voice.
penalty it is down inside the 22, whether it's scrum, offside, or any other thing. As Warren captain,
George, that's tight.
I knew you had it in you. Crusaders, they need to tidy this up.
No, he's just issued his very last
Is it negative, you fucking loser?
Yeah, and I'm using a sniper card. The fact that I nearly matched your score, the fact that I nearly matched your kills, counts embarrassing. Shut up.
And so far haven't paid the price for it.
Your automaton is almost as loose as your mum's
Cunt, the only thing your dick's ever touched is your fucking mother's cunt when you came out of her.
Wait, the damage is so.
What it is because the first couple of scrums. Aiden Ross, getting circus Ollie Yucca, and Angus Taylor.
Suck a dick.
Wait, how do you say?
Taylor.
And you
suck your dick.
And you
And it goes.
Stay there, no further.
They edge forward once more.
No.
He wants another reset.
That's screwed. I'm not playing that. That's screwed.
Look,
Yeah, send him on. No worries.
in terms of resets, we have seen about 3 that could have been penalties. Ollie Yucca has had such a strong year.
He's back
Out
on.
of Blackridge College in Dublin. Irish-born came over for his chance, but
You want to get rewarded, you go straight. You boys want to be rewarded.
Options might
you go
change
straight.
now. They're back to 15 and they have a terrific ball carrier 2 off the scrum and Tapia back.
Well, all those scrum resets have done the job because they're back to a full complement.
And Zed.
yeah, well, a lot of teams manage.
No, he doesn't have Vanguard anymore.
Walking back to kickoffs.
He's in
Most times
Warzone.
it's been scrum
Yeah.
resets. The Crusaders have probably done it to themselves. But as I was touching on, Ollie Yucca, Aiden Ross is probably getting at the better of him at the moment, so he's going to need to tidy up as well.
Well, this
Why is he taking me to Warzone?
try and get a shove in.
Yeah, so
Might have to
he
get
had
rid of
that
this. He does, he slips,
fucking
but he gives it away
Warzone
to Gatlin.
and he didn't want to delete Fortnite, so he fucking deleted Vanguard.
So they'll have to try and muscle it over now.
What a
Vardy
dumb fuck. No wonder why.
picked up by Ricalic.
Because he plays Fortnite with his son.
And then Talkealo
He's like, nah, I play Fortnite with my son.
This Crusaders defence.
And he wants to get back into playing Modern Warfare because the new Modern Warfare that's coming out. I'm like, oh, fuck, it wouldn't be any different.
He needs an external
He's
hub
chopped
drive.
down a couple short. Jacobson.
Dude, I've got this.
Christie trying to get hands on the ball.
Mass Effect,
Squirts out Peter Gasol.
Fortnite,
Has a lunge.
PUBG on my hard drive.
Yeah, but
like,
For the Crusaders.
dude, if you
Talkealo,
put
I don't-
he's
Warzone
going
on
to
your
leave
hard
it for
drive, bro,
Weber.
that thing
I've
is
got it all.
huge.
I've got Warzone and multiplayer for fucking
There you go,
that
but
plus
there you go.
Vanguard,
So you know
plus
what?
fucking Fortnite.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
So
got all that shit.
I'm just saying, you know how big Warzone is bigger than everything. That thing is fucking huge.
Last time I saw it, it was about 240, 256, I believe it's the largest I saw it get up to.
So if you want to play Warzone,
It's Pablo Matera.
The other reason why it's so big is they incorporated all 3 fucking CODs.
no,
into it.
exactly.
Well, maybe now's the time for his
The next Modern Warfare, the next Modern Warfare, they're not doing it.
You're not going to get away with it.
The next
And
Modern
to be fair,
Warfare,
it was messy.
the next
It
COD to
wasn't
drop
pretty
isn't
from that
until
scrum.
2024.
The scrum wasn't pretty. The 11, 12 phases after that weren't pretty either, but they still get a result through the Chiefs. Now they've been
And I've
attacking
got
5 metres out with
listen,
14
I've got no
Crusaders
problem with they
players in
spent
front
2
of them.
years into fucking making a decent COD. I've got no problem waiting 2 years for a COD.
The thing is, how it works out
under
with
pressure
like
with
the
8, so
pros,
they've
because
got to
there's
back
a lot of
themselves
money
now.
going into
Absolutely
the
back
pros.
themselves, the Chiefs, to come away
So
with
if
something
it
out of
works
this
with
one.
the
If they
pros-
get out of this, the Crusaders, what a huge
So
bit for them.
this is going to be
So
the
here we go,
biggest
Harvey
change
onto
ever.
the side.
Listen,
Quite
the
brilliant.
pros
A player in the bin.
shouldn't fucking
They
dictate
had
how the game is
all of the
played.
territory in the last 10 minutes, but they don't have any points to show for it.
Not pubby games anyway, but when
Correction
it's
there.
Touch and destroy. Crush the objective. Take your time and remember to think. The bomb is out.
Game
You lost the ball. Shaping the sit up the scrum and then all of a sudden standing up, they're not happy.
Only for the fact that, you know, they're pros, they play for a limited
on this side.
The game's meant to be enjoyable.
Good luck, guys.
Right, regroup. We'll get them next time.
So it's 8 against 7.
Bro, I only just spawned in and they're already there.
They got 6 kills with 3 players.
Touch and destroy.
You want it. Low has to chop back in field.
Take out the objective.
They got 6 kills with 3 players.
I can't wait. We have the bomb.
Again, my sense is that they shouldn't. Pros shouldn't have any dictate on fucking how the game is played because the majority of the matches aren't pro players.
Yeah, we're pushing middle spawn.
Oh, I got one of them.
Right, regroup. We'll get them next time.
But he's got him just out from the goal.
I'm pretty sure that's why they invented rank play.
Touch and destroy.
Yeah,
I find that really sucks.
rank play.
Everyone aiming me for
Demolish the objective. Take your time and remember to think. We're moving with the bomb.
100% possession, 100% territory. Down inside their half. Down to 14 men and under adversity they turn this over. Great chase here from Will Jordan. Gives Brad Weber the space to stand back up. Takes him over the like genius.
It was interesting too, actually. Jordan
Right,
got there a
regroup.
bit quicker,
We'll
but
get him
Alex
next time.
Nankerville took him out of play at least twice with a shoulder. Fair or not fair, but he didn't.
I wasn't sure my league team. I was like, oh, someone will predict me if I can get killed.
You on the side of that scrum will be on the side of this scrum.
Third league.
And what a lift. It's not often you see the Crusaders
Touch and destroy.
They just get on with business, but that was a massive
Dig in and hold the
boost
objective.
to turn
Let's hold no
that kind of
skills.
defense.
Enemy's
And it
got
was
the
great
bomb.
defense.
Why did the last
Into
game
this.
have to be with fucking sweats, cunt?
Are you jumping off?
I am
Yeah,
scared, you know, and then Mac's getting on later. So we're jumping on Mac gets
Pick
on.
up from Bryn Gatlin's there. But then the drop snatching at it, Nankerville. It was Moonga who pounced. And Risu sent it deep. Now they'll back their 7.
We just need to get the highlights because it's continually going down on YouTube, boys. We'll get it up a bit, okay?
Alex Nankerville has been a
Just here, guys.
Mr. Facet of somewhat for the Chiefs. Unusual to see him make that sort of mistake. Good pressure for Richie Moonga to get into his face and just put that pass and that catch under pressure.
Steve Waianganuku is still tacking down on this attacking scrum.
As soon as it's steady, okay, mate?